The moment happiness finally found me, I ruined it with one thought. What if this leaves too? I didn't know how to trust something good that sounds strange, but pain had stayed longer than happiness ever did. So when peace walked through the door, I didn't welcome it, I studied it. Looked for cracks, looked for exits, looked for reasons it might change its mind. Someone smiled at me, I wonder how long before they stopped. Something finally worked, I wonder what would break next. And suddenly I understood. I wasn't afraid of losing happiness, I was afraid of believing it could stay. Pain taught me how to survive endings. Nobody taught me how to stop preparing for what
I was afraid it would leave.
So I kept one foot outside every good moment, half loved, half trusted, half celebrated. Because if I never fully held it,
maybe losing it
would hurt less.
I was afraid it would leave.
But fear never protected the moment, it just made me miss half of it while it was still here. I remember someone telling me, you look happy. And instead of saying yes, I said, for now, 2 words, that was all. But those words told the whole story. I had made joy temporary before life even had a vote. I couldn't receive a blessing without attaching an expiration date. No wonder good things never felt safe. Some people don't sabotage happiness because they hate it. They sabotage it because losing something you trusted feels scarier than never trusting it at all. I got good at leaving early emotionally, sometimes physically. When someone got too close, I created distance. When something started mattering, I acted indifferent. When I felt loved, I found a reason to question it. Call it independence, call it standards, call it caution. But underneath fear, pure fear. Cause needing something beautiful meant admitting it could hurt me. You can't lose what you never hold, but you can't love it either. That line stayed with me, cause I spent years bragging about not needing anyone. I'm good alone, I don't get attached, I don't care. Lie, I cared, I just didn't know how to care without simultaneously preparing for the funeral. Every connection had an emergency exit. Every dream had a backup plan. Every smile had an argument waiting behind it. And I call that being prepared. What if your biggest problem isn't that good things keep leaving? What if you never let yourself fully experience them while they're here? Think about that. How many relationships have you mourned before they ended? How many victories did you shrink because you feared the next failure? How many peaceful days did anxiety steal by whispering, enjoy it now, something bad is coming?
I was afraid it would leave.
So every laugh became a warning, every promise became suspicious. Every beautiful day felt like weather before a storm. And maybe the saddest part was nothing had left yet. I was grieving the future lost inside a present gift. Yeah. Then somebody stayed, not dramatically, no speech, no promise of forever. They just kept showing up Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Small consistency, a text when they said they text, a call when they said they'd call. An apology, followed by change at first. That terrified me more than inconsistency, because chaos I understood, consistency was unfamiliar. I kept waiting for the switch, the moment the kindness would become manipulation, the moment the patience would become anger, the moment their interest would become silence. But week after week, nothing. And I started feeling something I hadn't felt in years. Safety, not excitement, not adrenaline. Safety, that word almost made me cry. Sometimes the opposite of heartbreak isn't love. Sometimes it's consistency. But my body still didn't trust it. Someone went quiet for an hour. My mind wrote an entire ending. They're done, they changed. You said too much, here we go again. And the phone rang, sorry, I was busy, that was it. Nothing dramatic, and I realized something important. My nervous system was reacting to people who weren't even in the room anymore. Sometimes the person in front of you was innocent, but your past keeps handing them someone else's sentence. That wasn't fair to them or me. So I learned to pause before reacting, before assuming, before sending the message I'd regret. Ask, is this happening now? Or does this only feel like before? That question saved relationships because memory can disguise itself as intuition. Not every bad feeling is a prophecy. Sometimes it's an echo. One night, I felt that fear again. Someone I loved was sleeping beside me. Nothing wrong, no argument, no sign. They were leaving and my mind whispered, one day this could end. I almost cried. Then another thought came, quiet, simple, yes. But it hasn't ended tonight. That changed everything. I looked at the room, really looked, breathing warm light, quiet, someone's still there. And instead of rehearsing the goodbye, I stayed inside the hello. Maybe that's what presence is. Not pretending, nothing will end, just refusing to let the ending arrive early inside your head. I was afraid it wouldn't leave, but tonight it's still here. The love, the peace, the laughter, the person holding my hand. And tomorrow can introduce itself when it arrives. I was afraid it would leave. So I lost too many moments to futures that never happened, not anymore. Tonight gets to belong to the night. I started doing the same thing with success. Good news came. Instead of don't get excited, I celebrated, bought dinner, called somebody, let myself smile. Because even if tomorrow brought bad news, today still deserved to exist. I stopped making joy prove it was permanent before allowing it inside. Nothing gets that guarantee, not pain, not love, not success, not life. Here's the truth, nothing has to last forever to have it real. A friendship can matter and end, a relationship can change you and still fail a season, and save you and still close. A moment can last 10 seconds and become something you remember for 50 years. Duration doesn't decide value, presence does. That freed me because forever had become a requirement for trust. If you couldn't promise me you'd never leave, I wouldn't let you matter. But nobody can honestly promise that. People change, life moves, death exists, plans break. The strongest love isn't the one that guarantees no ending. Maybe it's the one brave enough to be real without one. Forever isn't the only measurement of something beautiful. Sometimes it mattered while it was here is enough. I started letting moments be complete. A meal could just be good, a trip could just be beautiful, the person could just be loved. I didn't need to turn everything into a contract with tomorrow. That softened me, not weak, soft. There's a difference. Weakness can't hold weight, softness can hold weight without becoming stone. What good thing in your life are you struggling to enjoy because you're afraid of losing it? A relationship? A friendship? Your peace? Your success? Your family? Your health? Your happiness? Sometimes the answer shows you exactly where fear is stealing today. I thought about my parents, that one hurt because time is moving. No amount of positive thinking changes that. I used to avoid thinking about it. Now I call more, visit longer, listen when they repeat the same story. Because one day I might give anything to hear it again. Fear of losing them used to make me sad. Now I try to let it make me present. That is different. I took photographs but differently. Not because I needed proof, because I wanted to remember. Then I put the phone down, the camera got 5 seconds, life got the rest. That became my rule. I had spent too many years recording moments I barely experienced. I wanted memories inside my body, not just inside storage. But camera can preserve what a moment looked like. Only presence preserves what it felt like. Then one afternoon, peace took me, no special reason. Window open, music low, nothing urgent. I felt good and the old voice started. Don't get used to. I interrupted it, no, not angry, just finish. I said, if this leaves someday, I'll grieve someday. Today I'm busy living. And the voice went quiet. Maybe that's the lesson, not how to make things stay. I can't, you can't, nobody can. Maybe life was never asking us to control every ending. Maybe it was asking, were you there while it happened? Did you say, I love you? Did you laugh? Did you notice? Did you let yourself receive it? Did fear make you leave before life asked you to?
I was afraid it would leave. Oh, I was afraid it would leave.
I was afraid it would leave. So I almost left first, almost sabotaged the love, almost ignored. I finally stopped asking if it would leave. Then a harder question hit me. Who would I become if it actually stayed? I wasn't ready for that question, because I'd spent my whole life preparing for endings, never permanence. I knew how to pack emotionally, how to detach, how to say I knew this would happen. But nobody taught me what to do when someone stayed, when peace stayed, when something good kept showing up long enough that fear ran out of evidence. Suddenly, the exit door wasn't opening, and I realized maybe I wasn't only afraid it would leave. Maybe I was afraid I'd finally have something worth losing. It's easy to say, I don't need anything, until something finally makes you want tomorrow.
I was afraid it would leave.
Now I'm learning to let it stay. No testing, no pushing, no creating distance, just to see who crosses it.
No destroying a good thing.
So I can say, see,
I was right.
I was afraid it would leave. But maybe the biggest risk was never losing it. Maybe the biggest risk was spending my whole life too guarded to receive it. I started noticing how often I tested love. I go quiet, see who noticed, pull away, see who followed, say nothing's wrong, then secretly get angry when they believe me. That's not communication, that's an exam. And the worst part, nobody knew they were taking it. I kept handing people tests written by people who hurt me before, then punished them for getting the answers wrong. I called it protecting my heart, but sometimes protection becomes a prison when you forget to unlock the door after the danger leaves. So I tried something terrifying. I said what I meant. I miss you. I need reassurance. That bothered me. I don't understand. Can we talk? Simple sentences. Felt like jumping from a building, because honesty gives someone the chance to reject the real you. Games don't, games let you hide and die. It's been years calling, hiding. Be strong. Strength isn't always holding everything in. Sometimes strength is giving someone the truth without controlling what they do with it. I said I'm scared you'll leave. They didn't laugh, didn't call me needy, didn't tell me to get over it. They said
I understand.
that's all, no promise of forever, no dramatic speech, just
I understand.
and somehow that felt safer than every
I'll never leave.
I'd ever heard, because forever is easy to promise when nothing is tested. It understanding that lives in the present. No,
I was afraid it would leave.
so I finally told the truth, didn't pretend I was fearless, didn't act like I needed less, didn't make them guess where the wound was. I was afraid
it would leave.
and for once, being honest didn't make someone walk away. Maybe being known wasn't as dangerous as my history made it feel. That's when something shifted. I stopped looking for guarantees, started looking for patterns. Do their words match actions? Do they repair after conflict? Do they listen? Do they respect? No. Do I feel like myself around them? Can I disagree without fearing punishment? Can I tell the truth without losing my dignity? That's trust, not blind faith. Evidence repeated slowly.
Stop asking people to promise they'll never hurt you.
Nobody can ask something better. When hurt happens, are we capable of repair? Because Because healthy love isn't two perfect people never causing pain. It's two imperfect people who refuse to turn every wound into a weapon that change
everything for me.
The first disagreement terrified me, there it is. I thought this is where everything ends. My body went cold, mind racing, old memories lining up like witnesses. I expected shouting, silence, punishment. Instead, we talked badly at first and better. Nobody left, nobody threatened to leave, nobody used my vulnerability against me. And afterward, we ate dinner, that's it.
Sometimes healing is discovering
The conflict
doesn't automatically mean
goodbye. That ordinary dinner nearly broke me, because younger me would have called it impossible. Disagreement without destruction, anger without abandonment, distance without disappearance. I didn't know relationships could bend without breaking. I thought every crack was collapse. Maybe that's what happens when you've only seen love survive by pretending nothing is wrong. I learned that staying doesn't mean accepting everything important, because fear of abandonment can turn loyalty into self-betrayal. You tolerate disrespect, ignore boundaries, shrink, apologize for things you didn't do, all because somewhere inside you're thinking, if I become easy enough to love, maybe they won't leave. I did that, never again. If someone can only stay when you disappear inside yourself, they aren't staying with you, they're staying with your surrender. I was afraid it would leave, so I abandoned myself to make others stay. Changed my needs, changed my voice, changed my boundaries, changed everything except the fear. I was afraid it would leave. Now I know, if keeping you requires losing me, then leaving isn't the tragedy. Staying is that lesson cost me people. Let's not make healing sound pretty. Some people like the version of me without boundaries, the always available me, the don't worry about it me, the whatever you want me, the I'm fine while dying inside me. When that version disappeared, some people called me selfish. Maybe, or maybe my self-respect interrupted their convenience. I lost people and survived, that's important, because the thing I spent years trying to prevent happened. People left and I survived. I cried, I questioned myself, I missed them, but eventually I woke up, made coffee, opened the curtains and realized their leaving didn't take me with them. That's when the fear started losing power, because abandonment had always sounded like death. But I'd been abandoned, rejected, forgotten, replaced, and somehow here, still breathing, still capable of laughing, still building, still loving. Maybe fear wasn't protecting me from losing people, maybe it was protecting me from discovering I could survive without them. The day I learned I could survive someone leaving was the day I finally stopped begging everyone to stay. That didn't make me cold, it made my love cleaner. I could say I want you without saying I cannot exist without you. I could say please stay without saying I'll become anything you need to prevent you from leaving. I could love deeply without turning love into oxygen. Next, freedom, connection without captivity, love without ownership. Here's a question: would you still choose the people in your life if you weren't afraid of being alone? That's uncomfortable, because fear can keep relationships alive long after love stopped breathing. Sometimes we don't stay because it's healthy. We stay because starting over sounds terrifying. But loneliness inside the wrong relationship can be louder than loneliness alone. I stopped counting relationship length as proof of relationship quality. 10 years can still hurt you, 3 months can still change you. Duration isn't character, history isn't compatibility, and memories aren't instructions to keep going. Some things can matter deeply and still need to end. That's not failure. Sometimes ending honestly is more loving than staying resentfully. Not every goodbye means somebody fails. Sometimes goodbye is two people finally telling the truth. And strangely, learning I could survive endings made beginnings less frightening. I stopped demanding that every connection prove its future before I enjoyed its present. Met someone, learned them, no wedding in my imagination. After 3 conversations, no funeral either. Just who are you? Who am I around you? What happens when neither of us is performing? Let reality introduce itself before fantasy writes the biography. I became slower, not colder, slower, Slow to attach, slow to assume, slow to promise, but also slow to run. That's growth, because old me had two speeds, all in or gone, no middle, no patience, no observation. Now I let things develop. Some people become home, some become lessons, some become memories, and I don't need to know which on day one. Who would you become if you stopped making every relationship prove it would last forever before allowing it to matter today? Maybe lighter, maybe braver, maybe more honest, maybe finally able to receive love without strangling it with fear.